So over there you see Mark doing some measurements and photos, and I'm standing almost at the edge of our boundary. It's quite a long plot, as many of you who've been here would appreciate. It includes this fir tree that's next to plot 3. That's plot 3 that we're looking at, with an unbuilt structure there. And this is plot 4, and it's like a cheese wedge shape, with the longest side running along by the pavement. This is a fairly lengthy stretch. There's a little mark here on the pavement that shows our boundary, that little orange mark, and it goes down to an orange mark at a wall down there, which is pretty difficult to see through this fir tree. And on plot 4 are these various structures which were built about 20 years ago at the base of a house to be built at that time, and that never did get built. And as you see, it's getting overgrown with shrubs and really quite rather natural planting. So it forms the amenity plot for us to be able to have as much land as we need to keep that huge house there. And it goes all the way down to the retaining wall at the bottom, and you see these few iron bars poking out. They are the foundations of what was once going to be a house, and in due course that will form part of the garden, which will be a casita. But now, just nipping up back to the house, I mentioned just now about how the that top roof will come off up there. So this is now what's been agreed with the planners. We have to get rid of that, and instead we will be extending the front ski slope roof, which is the one there. Yeah, the rear ski slope is that huge one. Well, I can't really do it very well, but it's over that side. But this one here that you see my finger pointing at, that is going to be extended towards me, and so it will come over the top of, let's say, this roof here, this one. So that's going to form our entrance hall. In this area here will be a bit of parking, and then 2 parking spaces probably. We will run our entrance hall off of the street for pedestrian traffic only. There'll be a bridge across here, the street level where my feet are. This is about 1.6 meters higher than that floor in the house. So we're going to bring the bridge out at 1.6 meters high and form a hallway in this area I'm looking at here. That beam will be taken out, the one there, that will be removed, and the roof of this entrance hall will be at that height. So that'll be, this roof here that I'm pointing at will be extended across this space and bridge across here, probably coming to about that point on that beam, because that column rather, because that column is currently the one that holds up that roof there, and that will be demolished once this new concrete extension is put in that space here, in here, across here. So we'll be extending this space and then be able to work off of that new roof to saw up with probably with disc cutters, cut that into little blocks and chunks and fling it over the edge to form an infill. And so that's some of what we're doing today, is the detailed plan of that. And we're also looking at this floor here. There's the huge ski slope you see through that elevation. I'm still on the footpath in the street, but we notice that there's actually a kink in this roof, and we see that they have effectively taken up in the ridge of that ski slope roof and how it meets this one here, because I'm looking, if I go back into the street a bit, you'll see there's the roof. On that ridge there, up there, is a flat bit. It's a sort of infill which gets wider towards this end. It's wider here than there at the top. So what they've gone and done is sort of twist the front roof a bit towards the footpath, twisted it, and it isn't exactly straight to the rear ski slope. It bends, and this will affect our tiling and the way that we finish this roof. So we're having to be quite precise about how that's actually built and where the tiles will sit and how we'll create a ridge. Quite complicated little bits of detail, but need to be correct. And we've also been talking about where the garage is going to go, which will be on plot 6. So I'm walking up the street, and as you know, we have plot 6 as well now, which is behind this fir tree. And the garage is going to go in this space here, down in that space, using the retaining wall as the southern wall of the garage. And the garage will be in this area here, a double garage, and you'll get to it by driving down off of this slope that comes up here to the road. And quite often you'll have seen videos where I park the smart car under that tree over there. That tree is also in our plot, and again we have a cheese wedge shaped plot, but the narrow bit is on the pavement here, and the wide bit is at the back. And of course the whole thing has this just spectacular view, which is very clear today, across to Nerja. In the distance now you can see the Malaga Hills, and probably a little bit earlier today, in the far distance, we would look all the way down to Gibraltar, which is about 60-80 miles away. I'll look that up actually to see how far. Anyway, thought you'd be interested what we're doing today, and we're trying to get these plans ready for the municipal architect to approve the building of Casa Cascara. Okay, I've got to go and help Mark. Thank you.